Old man Woody likes the crooked cock.
All right.
I can't get this fucking thing to work. I don't know why. So I'm just don't even know why, and I'm giving up. I'm going to send. I don't know. They'll have to do something. I don't know what to do.
You'll get it next week.
No, I get frustrated with things and quit very quickly. I'm done with that now.
You're not an Ikea guy, I take it.
No, I won't have that shit. Kitty bought some shelves the other day. Brought in these shelves that come in a box. The box is this like thick, like, and it's a small box. And I'm like, what is this? And it's heavy. And she's like, oh, it's a whole rack of cube racks. It's for storage. And I'm just like, what the fuck? And I open it up, and it's all these. It's like it's a square of like wires that are like crisscrossed like fencing with all, and you have to like put them together with these stupid snappy plastic things where you're like cramming each one into the plastic thing to make it snap on, and then another thing plugs into that. It's like Legos for people who hate fucking Legos. And I put it together for like 15 minutes. I had one cube assembled. I turned it on its side like I'm supposed to like add another cube to that, and it fell apart. And I was just like, how much did you pay for this? She's like, $28 or something. I was like, I'm going to go out and buy you a wooden one and give you $28 because I'm throwing this shit away. And I did. Because I refuse to put IKEA furniture together, anything like that. Anything where there's assembly required and it might be tedious, I start sweating. I always get frustrated. I'm in a weird angle working on it with like somebody else's pair of pliers or somebody else's Phillips head screwdriver that's all shitty and too small. And it's just like, I don't want to do this. I hate that. I hate putting shit together.
Do you yell out loud when you're doing stuff like that, or do you just like grumble under your breath, like in angry, frustration? Just
I'm kind
can't
of
believe this fucking bullshit. I can't get the fucking screw.
There's a series of those. There's a series of those, and I complain the whole way through, and I blame everyone whose decisions brought me to where I am here. The whole time I'm like, Kitty, what the fuck? Why am I doing this? You know I hate this. She's like, man, I thought I could put it together, but I can't. And I'm just like, well, I don't want to put it fucking together, and you know I hate this shit. And I'm just like getting madder and madder. And by the end, like when I threw it away, like it's still on the porch because I fucking threw it away. Like I didn't put it in the trash can. I just threw it out the fucking door.
Sweden, fucking bullshit country, making bullshit shelves with horseshit plastic.
Are they even
screws
real
and
people in
cardboard.
Sweden? To check their tax returns.
Those meatballs are good. You ever have the IKEA meatballs?
No.
They serve hot meatballs right there at IKEA. They got their own brand of pizza too. Not too
they
bad.
don't.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. There's a huge IKEA near me. Maybe it's
I've heard that they serve food.
And they've got these
now.
Cinnabon things too. These cinnamon roll things. It smells delicious at IKEA.
Wow, it sounds like they're really trying to set you up for success. You're going to be bent over building something so they fill you up with meatballs and cinnamon rolls.
I'm good at those things.
IKEA.
I can put together IKEA furniture. Jackie and I are a good team on it. Now, the issue comes in when Jackie buys something that I didn't want, right? Now, not only am I out of money, but I have a piece of shitty storage furniture somewhere, right? Like, she bought this giant thing for our living room in the last house, and it's like, I don't want this here. Now it's so big, there's like another wall shrinking our living room. It looks awful. It's cheap furniture, right? Like if furniture's good, it's heavy and it's pre-assembled and like a crew carries it in the house for you. If furniture's crap, it comes in a cardboard box with lots of little like rubber grommets or like little wooden dowels and stuff, and you do it yourself. And
one of those screwdrivers that's like bent so that you can spin it like that.
Right. If it's particle board, like that's just bad furniture. It's not going to survive a move or two, and it's going to be bad. And like so sometimes we want bad furniture, right? Maybe it's like the kid's closet or something like that, and now she has a better way to organize her stuff for the next 2 years. But if it's awful furniture and I didn't want it in the first place, sometimes Jackie finds herself putting it together on her own. It's just like, no, that one's not me. I had nothing to do with that. As a matter of fact, I wish I had my money back. So yeah, that's how things go down around here.
No assembly required, or just don't even fucking bother. I hate it. I like minor assembly is no big deal. Like just little stuff.
Right, you put the feet on the couch yourself.
Yeah, exactly. You know, that sort of thing's easy. Setting up televisions and electronics never bothered me. I have a little bit of an aptitude, I think, for just plugging things in the right hole. Some people don't have that magical skill. I had an ex-girlfriend, and I was just like, I looked behind the TV, and I was like, baby, you've been watching standard def TV for like the last 2 fucking years because you're using you're using component cables instead of composite. I was like, it's 480i or some shit in here. Like, I don't even know what you're watching. You're watching the Golden Girls. It's bad, but you're watching it like it was originally broadcast, like it's TV Land, but it's not supposed to look like shit. And I got some component cables and hook it all up, and it's just like, wow, like the TV's lit up. It seems even brighter. Everything, and I was just like, how did that happen? She's like, oh, I don't do cables. And I'm just like, I could teach you to do cables in 30 fucking seconds if you walk over here and look at the back of these boxes, because there's like 3 different kinds, and it's really simple. But no, most I can plug things in, but I know plenty of people who can't, I suppose. I hook up all the electronics around here.
Just colors.
Back in the old days, it was a little tougher. And back in the old days, it wasn't color-coded. You know how now, like, even the old ones are like, what, red, yellow, white, right? Like, then there's maybe 2 reds. But back then, they were all black. And you had to, like, sort of line up, like, all right. But things went, like, in and out, like it was passed through the VCR. So you're like, all right, this goes in audio in, and this goes in. It was a little more complicated. My father, who is a very smart guy, right? Totally smart guy, well-educated, owned his own business. He was a CPA, whatever, would feign complete incompetence at this task. It was always like he couldn't even know where to begin hooking up the wires behind a television. And he has gone his entire life having never had to learn it. Because he just, I don't do that. I'm not good at it.
My dad's a similar thing, like with technology like that. I try to explain like how Wi-Fi and Bluetooth and HDMI and the basics of that stuff, and it's just like, well, how do I get it on the TV? It's just like, and I'm just like, well, this is not just a TV. Like, this is an entertainment machine. There are applications just like your phone has, and there's any number of things we could access with this TV. I was like, you could trade your stocks on this computer, on this TV. You could purchase things on Amazon, and they would just arrive within a day. Like, I was like, it's incredible. And he's like, but how do I get like NASCAR and like he's like where's 4, 7, and 13? And those are like the broadcast channels that we listened to like back in the broadcast TV days. It's NBC, CBS, and ABC. Like, where are those at? And it's like, motherfucker! Like I brought him. I'm taking him a thumb drive tomorrow. I've got season 1 of Game of Thrones on it. I'm gonna introduce him to that. So he's got a 4K TV. I think I found a 4K version of Game of Thrones. I bought a really big memory card, and I'm going to make that happen tomorrow.
Nice. Hopefully he likes it. I'm sure he will. Everybody likes it.
Yeah, I think so. Speaking of that, like, I gave my P.O. box out a few weeks ago. I think it's 102 Carnesville, Georgia, 30521. And a few of you sent me some cool things for my birthday, so thank you very much. The guy who sent me this, I'm not sure where your card is. I've got all the cards here. This one's from Scott. I never miss an episode of PKA. Love the show. Enjoy the Game of Thrones talk. Here's a little something I think you might enjoy browsing through. Some nice backstory and details about the past mentioned in the books. No worries about spoilers. Seems like old George added perspective while still keeping it vague on some of the details that might be important to the storyline of the books. Shout out to Woody and Murka. Enjoy. Scott. So Scott sent me this very nice Game of Thrones book. And it's like,
that's pretty cool.
Lots of illustrations, lots of backstory. I've glanced through it a bit, but I plan to read it cover to cover.
If Tolkien had written,
seems like a pretty cool guy.
If Tolkien had written Game of Thrones, all that shit would be in the books. It'd just be all that backstory, all that. Go on.
I believe this was a female fan. I can't find your name and your address. I'm going to send both of you something cool in the mail, by the way. That's why I don't have your address. I tore it off the thing and gave it to Kitty, and she's arranging something for you both. But she sent me a car and this Ushanka, so that was pretty cool. I've already got one. I'll add this to the collection. But thank you for that. And she had a really nice note too that I can't find. And then this guy, this is what the photo was in, but it says, "Open after reading the note, you fuck." And the note reads, "Hey Kyle, I included your favorite picture, winky smiley face. This is dated May 1st at 8:21 a.m. in case anyone's wondering. I'm not shitting you. P.S. Pardon for my shitty handwriting if it isn't up to par like yours. And keep your promise that you'd show this on PKA/PKN, preferably PKA, so a couple 100,000 people can see it. And he sent me this. So happy birthday to me this year. Definitely. Oh, he even wrote on this. Andy. His username is Void Spy. User Void Spy, I think, on Reddit. So thanks for that. I really appreciate it. I wear my Ushanka when I check the perimeters, so I can get this on and go. I feel like that's pretty cool. So thank you both for your gifts. And yeah, send me more shit. I'll put on. Send me cool stuff. I like getting cool stuff. It's like a Christmas every time I go to that PO box. I didn't get anything for Christmas for my birthday this year. Not a single thing except for these things. And so I appreciate that very much.
I also think it's amazing, but I don't have a PO box, so people have to sleuth my address and send it. I've gotten glasses and little knickknacks here and there. I was showing you guys some stuff I got before the show. But there used to be an address that I didn't live at, and if you Googled Woody's gamertag address, it would give this thing in Raleigh on Woodland Court or something. I want to meet that guy. I want to just how many letters do you get? How many people have sent stuff to the wrong address? And I bet he's got a bunch of things. I bet he'd be interested in meeting me.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I bet he's got a lot of weird stuff. I wonder if he's gotten the full story about what's going on.
I ended on that note. I love the wordplay.
That was the best shit I've ever heard.